Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, August the 2nd. The year is 2024. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap-up, and it's NFP Day with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different from Walmal's. And friendly reminder, never lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. Always have risk management going. So let's jump right into the weekly. All the gaps have filled according to the dashboard. We're sitting at 28.07 right now. That's 47 pips below the weekly open. 79 off the high, 102, now 101 off the low. That's right, the numbers are live. And we are going right back into the opening range of the week. We're about 2 pips above it at the moment, so it's possible. It's possible that we might see some short action here. And zooming out to the month, we're 45, almost 46 pips below that monthly open. 56 off the high and 100 off the monthly low so far. And for the year, 97 pips above the open, 235 off the high, 510 off the low, and it looks like we're slowly inching back up. We're now sitting at 28.11. And as I mentioned, it was NFP Day. We're approaching the inside bar low from 2 days ago at 28, call it 28.21 or 28.209 if you like that fifth decimal. And as I had mentioned before, the dashboard showing there's very little inside bar action here. Notice today we started inside the monthly inside bar that occurred 7 months ago, and we are 52 pips above that high. So anybody trading that breakout inside bar, you were rewarded. Okay, for the day, it's NFP Day. You can see more pairs over 100 pips than not. The pound's sitting at 105, but we have the US JPY, dollar yen, sitting at 276, all the way down to 147.74 at the moment. And remember, just a couple of days ago, it was sitting at 150. In fact, I can just click on that chart, show everybody. We were sitting at 150. We crisscrossed it yesterday. And remember, I was wanting to be short way up here at the 161, 160 area. I'd called that short, a 3 weeks ago. And so anybody playing that short from any of these positions, you can see here what price did. It came back, and any potential imbalance, it filled it on the daily and then turned right around, broke through the daily open, and it's now 151 pips below that daily open. So any of those dollar yen traders, you were rewarded. On the today's range, the pound yen, or the formerly or actually the beast, is leading the pack with 293 pips. But you can see here once again these yen pairs, a lot of movement, and for some strange reason it looked like, did I just lose signal? No, I still have somehow something lost. Oh, we're up to 217 pips. For some strange reason, the computer's responding slowly. On the buy zone, you can see we shot through the buy zone the last hour. And we're heading up towards that weekly open. We're about 40 pips away right now. Walmal, you had said it needed to get to where, you think, today?
28.32 or 28.32 or 28.06. We've already suppressed 28.06, so it's going in. My next train station would be 32.
Is that the midpoint of that H1 candle from
Way back when, yeah, exactly.
Well,
There's
way back when, that was just yesterday.
yeah, exactly. Well, to me, it seems like way back when. I haven't been to bed yet.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing these tops here. You could start the top scraping about 28, 23. Or the final is about 28.20, it looks like. Okay, so red rats, looks like you might be able to feast. So whatever your entry trigger is, just wait. Now,
You gotta wait. You gotta wait. And the thing is, we're still getting flip-flop boxes. They're indicating this thing wants to go up. So now would not be the time to go and jump in on one of those types of trades. You know, I think you're going to get the opportunity today, but the problem is it's not there yet. Sort of like you used to say all the time, if I only waited an hour. Well,
yeah, I know.
why you should wait an hour, because you know, even though you may, like I just had a flip-flop box to go short, but the reality is the chart is not screaming short right now at me. So I would not be taking that flip-flop box that happened 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, now Bambino Flex Indicator is giving us a green arrow. And just, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can see here, this is the daily reading on the Bambino Flex. I do believe that I've made a multimeter that shows them all, but the Bambino Flex is basically based off the daily pivots. So that's the main indication we want. Doesn't mean you can't use it on the other time frames, but it was the statistics and everything were set up based on the daily. And you can see here the pivot trading plan said there was a short bias at the pivot, but if you went short at the pivot, you got your fingers burned, because there's a big H4 candle when it was crossing, and it was even bigger at the time. So, and it looks like we're saying the bias is short near R1. We're only 5.5 pips away from R1 at 28.25. So that's right around that area. I was saying look for a short. So sometimes people like to have multiple reasons to go short. Well, there's a couple right there. And let's see, something's weird here with this chart. Let me just refresh it. We took out the daily pivot, we've taken out the weekly, and we've taken out the monthly. So if you notice, it looks like we hit that weekly pivot and stopped. That weekly pivot was sitting at 28.85, it looks like. Yeah, 28.85, and we've got a high on the week at 28.88. And I did say we took out that monthly pivot. And just for fun, H4, we've got a missed pivot from this H4 candle down at 27.81. And you can see here we filled a missed pivot at about the same level a few H4 candles ago. Taking a quick look here at the weekly ranges, we're at 181 now, 58% range over the last 12 weeks. We didn't break out of the previous week's high. We broke out of the previous week's low by 139 pips. Right now, red rats, high minus close, 67. Green rats, close minus low, 114. Weekly crossover traders, high minus open was 33, and open minus low was 148. So all those horizontal lines had the possibility to pay off. We're at 28.22 right now, and it is NFP day, as I mentioned. Looks like we're making a new daily high, Walmal.
We are. So, this is we've been complaining about the fact that there hasn't been much of a range. Yesterday we had 136 pips. Today we've got so far 115, and it looks like it's going to go even a little bit higher. Maybe my 28, 32, 33 will actually go and actually pan out. Who knows? We'll have to see.
Well,
see.
I'm looking right now here at the M30 chart on the simple price action, and right now, if I look left, there's a couple of wicks we're in, so somewhere around this area, now it's time is to wait for a maybe a flip-flop or turn trade, which is basically a flip-flop.
Look for a reason.
Yeah, in other words, so I've got these wicks here as a reason. I'm got to see what happens on M1. Looks like we've got a flip-flop box happening. We're right around indicator 2. We've got 10 minutes to go in this 30-minute candle. So this candle's green. Have to maybe wait for the 28.25 psychological. Here's another place to look to short. So the thing is, I'm looking for all these reasons to short, but which way's price moving at the moment? It's moving up, so
trade what you see.
Yeah, we got a 3-ball here. So once again, we've got the highest low right now sitting at 28.19 and a half. So we're 5 pips away from that. Looks like we're putting in another candle, but there's this huge gap here that needs to be filled. And you can see the news spiked it, came all the way back down, and then turned right back around. I'm glad I took those 2 pips on that short.
Yeah.
I'd be burned right now.
Exactly. And what it looks like to me, what happened was some people were caught with their pants down, and what they did was they kept on putting in, short, to force the price down so they could get out of their trades. Got their trades out, went and nullified their trades, because there was probably a bunch of people that had a bunch of entries right around 50, or had pending orders down there, but they had them pending at short, and they got hit, and then things took off in the wrong direction on them. So these bankers or whatever said, okay, we understand, price has to go up here, but we're going to force the price down first, and then we'll go and we'll let the market do what the market's got to do.
Yeah, and you were saying, what was it, 28.30 what?
32, 33, something like that.
Because we've got the daily close from 3 days ago is at 28.36.
Yeah, so that's going to be an area that's going to be bought over. And the interesting thing is, and I know this is not a real Fibonacci number, but I like putting it on there anyway. That's the 75% percentile, and so that's right at that same level too. And the only reason why I say I know it's not a real Fibonacci number for those purists out there, but people do look at that 75% percentile, and that happens just to line up perfectly with that 33 to 35 area.
Yeah, we got a flip-flop box. We got 7 minutes to go in this half hour.
If you were to go short here, I'd be very, very cautious and take the pips if you were to go and do it. Because, there's just so much momentum to push this market up. You're spitting against the wind here a little bit.
Yeah. So you know what? The fastest 15 minutes in trading is over. That felt like about 5 minutes, Walmal. Good grief.
Quick.
Yeah. So, fellow traders, I hope August has been profitable so far for you in trading and in life for that matter. And I'm going to wish everybody a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back to trade, I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.